So the reason you want to be in this Gen AI workshop is frankly, companies everywhere are exploring these tools to shortcut existing workflows and processes and to get ahead of their competition. And for example, I work with a company called PetLab. They added generative AI to their campaign creation and launching process. They're an e-com company, and now they 5x their velocity. They're now sprinting ahead of their competition because their marketers and their growth team are able to create content faster than anybody else. So this is a taste of what's possible, but companies that don't lean into it, that don't take the time to engage with these tools, they're falling farther and farther behind their competition. And that's why I created this workshop, to give companies and individuals exposure to the tools and to help them understand what's possible. Hi, my name is Dr. Michael Housman. I'm a PhD economist. So 15 years ago, I got a PhD in econometrics. I've spent the 15 years that have elapsed building and deploying machine learning at scale for a variety of different startups. I cut my teeth early in my career building hiring algorithms. I've spent the last 5 to 7 years building fintech applications with fraud detection algorithms, consumer loans, small business loans. And I think the important takeaway from my background is that I'm in the weeds and I'm a builder at heart. I think there are a lot of AI experts and futurists that, can survey Twitter and LinkedIn and distill the insights, but it's important for me to be in the weeds, to understand how to build and deploy these models and to work hand in hand with organizations to achieve an exponential transformation. So that's why I do what I do. I think it's part technology, but equal parts human beings changing behavior, kind of shaping their minds. And so that's kind of the two pieces of what makes me me. For this generative AI workshop, there are really two objectives. One is to give everyone in the audience experience playing with, touching these tools. We're going to give you exposure to half a dozen different Gen AI applications that can chat, that can generate images, audio, voiceover, music, motion, so that you can understand how these tools and start to build that muscle around interacting with them, because it is a skill set in and of itself. And the other objective is actually, its motivation comes from a work experience I had, which is I was building a technology product, bringing it to market. I went to our marketing team. I said, hey, I need a 2-minute explainer video we can post on the website. What can you do here? And they said, you're in luck. We have resources. It's only going to take 3 months and $70,000, which I felt like was unreasonable. That's a lot. But I'm not a video editor. I'm not a designer. I can't mess with audio, except now in a generative AI era, all of us can be editors, designers, audio technicians. And so the thesis is, what took 3 months and $70,000 2 years ago, can all of you create this collaboratively with your group in an hour and a half and with $100 in SaaS fees? And the answer is yes. You're going to end up creating a stunning commercial. And we run this Shark Tank style. So you'll come up with a product idea, you'll create the commercial, and then we'll display it. We'll share it with each of the groups, and we'll have judges pick a winner to say, based on what you created, what was the most compelling, what was the most engaging. So those are sort of the two-pronged objectives for this session. We really hit both collaboration and a kind of competitive angle with this program. And what that means is, within your group of probably about 5 or 6 people, you're going to develop a product idea. You have a few minutes to brainstorm. And we've seen everything. We've seen flying cars. We've seen indestructible suitcases, because people travel a lot. And the point is, it's very creative coming up with that product. And then you collaborate with the team on imagery, on sound and music, on voiceover. You add motion. You come up with a script for the commercial. So all these different components that go into the commercial. And then in the end, you'll go on stage. And the funny thing is, you're seeing that commercial for the first time at the same time as everyone else. And it's not scary. If anything, it's a fun experience of, hey, give us a minute of what is your product? Why should it exist? And then we show your commercial, which really helps. Everyone is always amazed at how stunning it is. And then at the end of which, we see however many groups, a dozen, however many groups participate. The judges put our heads together, and it's a fun experience. We pick a winner based partially on the product idea, but also how visually compelling and stunning was the commercial. And then that winning team typically gets a prize of some sort. I understand that some folks can be scared by competition, but we find it's a really friendly, fun competition. And everyone's just happy that they were able to create something that resonated. I've never had a group not come up with the commercial. Everyone does it, and they're always amazed at how good it looks. Folks that participate in this workshop first are going to get an eye-opening experience in terms of the art of the possible and recognizing what, with the help of AI-enabled tools, can be achieved by an individual, by a team, by an organization. And my hope is they'll go back to their companies and say, hey, we created this amazing multimedia content in hours, and it normally would have taken us days, weeks, or months. And so I hope that at least opens their aperture as to what's possible. And the second piece is we're trying to build evangelists. And I'm a firm believer that to leverage AI within organizations, you can't be an armchair expert. You need to get hands on keyboard. You need to get your hands dirty. You need to roll up your sleeves. You need to understand what's possible. And so I think everyone needs to be playing with these tools constantly. I know I am, and I know others that are on this kind of AI journey are. And so I think it's one thing to sit in a talk and hopefully that blows your mind, but you have to complement that with hands-on experience. And that's why we've built this workshop. Hi, my name is Dr. Michael Housman. I'm going to be running a generative AI interactive workshop at the OpenExO Exponential Executive Program in Austin. And I invite all of you to participate, to lean in, to join us, because we're going to teach you some pretty amazing stuff around how to interact with AI tools, how to build, how to collaborate with others, and hopefully you'll bring it back to your organizations and transform them.